Hello and welcome to a little speed build of a Gothic church that I just really wanted to make. I think I first want to apologize if the camera movements make anyone sick in the sped up version. I'm sorry. I would say I'm a bit of a chaotic builder. I don't know what I'm doing. I make it up as I go along. I have an idea in my head, like a rough idea of what I want to do, but I very much make it up as I go along. You know, I'm going to toot my own horn a little. I would say I'm a pretty good builder. I think I'm pretty good. And if I had to give any advice out there to anyone wanting to improve their building, it'd probably be all those really cliche things, inspirational quotes you hear like, don't be afraid to try and you have to fail to succeed, blah, blah, blah. Like, honestly, all that stuff is really true. Like I said, I'm chaotic. I make it up as I go along. You will see me do something, try something, and change it completely. I completely end up changing almost this whole build, not the whole build. But so I originally had it so it's facing the front of the lot, and as a result, it was making a very small, cramped church, and I really wanted it to be a bit more grander and cathedral. So I just completely changed the position of the house on the lot. The build on the lot so that it's long ways and expand the whole thing. Don't be afraid to try stuff like that. If you're going to do something like that, I definitely recommend saving your build to your library. And then if you don't like the big dramatic change you did, just go back to what you had before. I'm probably going to pop in randomly for commentary throughout the video. There are some parts where I just don't really have anything to say, and I didn't want to just talk about anything or nothing. So I hope it's not annoying if I just randomly pop up and give commentary every now and again, because like I said, there are parts I really want to talk about or explain further. really wanted to use these round windows, so I had to extend everything a little to get them to fit, because I kind of forgot about them. And I think this is where I decide to, make I keep wanting to call it a castle, the church cathedral bigger. So shifting it over and then taking the walls. Have you noticed I took out 2 walls in there to make those 3 rooms 1 room, so it was easier to move? And then first I got to figure out to make sure that these parts will fit before I commit to a size. Fortunately, I got it right. With that, using that 3-piece one there was the perfect size. Yeah, so here's me trying to get the entrance, I don't know, just something at the entrance, and I was playing around and honestly wasn't loving it. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look right. But you just gotta play around. And then I was like, what if I use one of these arches? So I used the big one and upsized it, and it was way too big. So I tried the small one, and it was perfect. It was the perfect size. Even height-wise, it's just, I can't get over how perfect that fit. I really do fumble my way through these things. I don't know how I do it. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to be thankful for it. Tried using the terrain tool here to do the outside area because I really didn't want to use the platform and the foundation tool, but for whatever reason it wasn't working. I swear that you could use that. I don't know if I just didn't try enough, but in the end I gave up and used the method I didn't want to use. And it's messing with all of those details that I just had to redo in the end. And like lifting up the platform, lifted them all up. And the main reason I didn't want to do the platform foundation thing was because I didn't know how I was going to colour in the platform. So in the end I remembered that you can use the half walls. So I did that and it worked out fine. So in the end it worked out fine, but initially I was very against this idea because I didn't know how I was going to get it to work. I ran into an issue here with the foundation, or the half wall there by the stairs, and it takes me a minute to figure out what the problem is. Just delete the half walls and put the stairs back and it's fine. These are my favorite hedges. I use them religiously in every build. If I don't know what to do with an outdoor space or what to put outside, just hedges everywhere. You'll see it in the end. I just put hedges everywhere. think I'm the only person, or one of the few people, that absolutely loves the Romantic Garden stuff pack. It is one of my must-have packs. Every time I see people talk about packs, it's like, they're like, not a big fan of it. I love it. I use it all the time. Maybe that's just me, because when I do stuff like gardens and stuff, I do like to make them very whimsical and dramatic. Think The Secret Garden. I love that. Like, I loved that when I was a kid. It's like the first book I read, like the first big kid book I read, like a chapter book. And it's just one of my favorite books, and I love the movie too. So I definitely, when I do outside areas, I'm very much channeling Secret Garden. Maybe that's why I like hedges so much too. Really wanted to use these. I was having trouble, so it was sticking out, and then I was having trouble because it was sticking out, so I thought that's fine. I'll use the gargoyles to cover it. On the next level of the roof, the size of it, it's too big or too small. I couldn't size it to the right size, and I still don't have the tool mod in my game. So instead I used these, because I'd seen other people use those. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just do that. Yeah. Here's where I switched the tower bit to a smaller one but bigger one. And then I grabbed the bell from the wedding stuff pack, or the wedding game pack, and look, it fits beautifully up there. And I went with the dark one so you don't see it as much. I was so proud. I was so happy with that. I think that's the last bit of it, and I think we go into some nice cinematic shots from here on. Stay tuned for the inside, because I want to do that, but it'll be its own video because this video is almost half an hour. So enjoy the little cinematic shots.